But you know what Denver remind me of? Denver remind me of like right now they remind me of when the second year when the Warriors was coming back after winning with KD. It was like that second year was like, we know no one's beating this team.
I hate to throw the word Spurs around casually, but just the way they move the ball so much.
Yes.
It's like a modern, it's like a modern, younger developing Spurs. I gotta give them some more years with it to give them that big title. But
okay.
It's hard
but
it's
I
hard
get
to
what
throw
you
the big dynasties around.
No, I get what you're saying, but right now I just use like that Warriors team because they just seem it's like they're playing already like in halfway point basketball when everybody else is trying to catch up. And then once we get to All-Star break, they're gonna be in June already.
Continuity is crazy.
This is what real continuity looks like. Both of y'all are right. Spurs and Warriors, the ball's moving. These guys, everyone like 1 through 10 can hoop.
That's what this shit remind me of.
Some solid guys to fill these holes.
Bro. And then now Denver has the I want to say like the third quarter blitz is coming. Like they have went to that level.
If you're a good team and you can win a quarter by like 10-15, it's going to be tough.
Yeah,
it's
very
tough.
Be
so tough.
Very tough. Very tough.
And Jokic has just been so aggressive to start the whole
fucking
season.
Aggressive, bro. So, man, hey, before we keep going, we're back for another week. Uncommon Commentators podcast. Jay, Jonah, and
I need to start watching when you hit record, bro.
Oh, you know I record? Yeah, I hit record.
I like our random ass intros.
I love our random ass intros.
I've been looking over here for like 2 minutes.
No, you good, man. You good. You know, don't worry. But we back for another week.
3. You got the countdown and everything.
Right. That's why I keep it up there. Man, we are our second week in of basketball, man. I've seen some crazy ass takes. The one take I saw was that I've only watched a little bit of basketball, and it's because it's been bad basketball across the board. The playing tournament is bad. The courts are bad. It's a bad design for basketball. Nobody wants to see a bunch of teams play bad basketball, and I'm paraphrasing because it was a lot. And what else there was? It's
kind of the takes kind of all blend into the same stuff. You'll read it and you're like,
and the takes
I'm not gonna worry about that.
The takes always end up being like, well, they're not playing defense. This is how I know like people don't really understand. Like I went like that made me start doing research. Like I had to do research on some shit like just to make sure I knew what the fuck I was talking about because people always talking about teams be scoring here, teams be scoring like we score too much here. And I don't think that's the case. Like we do score a lot, don't get me wrong. And so from here, I did 2020 to last season. So in 2020, the average was 111. And the Bucks was the highest scoring team at 118. And the Hornets was the lowest scoring team at 102. Then 2021, the average per team was 112. Bucks averaged 120 in 2021. And the Cavs was the lowest scoring at 103. 2022, average was 110, right? The Wolves, shocked the shit out of me, averaged 115. They was the highest. Then 103 was the lowest by OKC. Last year, the average was 114. And then the Kings led the league at 120, and the Heat was at 109. That's insane. Now,
the thing with the Cavs, though, is like the Cavs and Mavs have really good offenses, but it's just their pace. They play slower.
Yes.
Like if you look at their offensive ratings and like per 100 possessions, it's probably going to be better. But like if you look at raw point total, I think the Mavericks have the second best offense in the league right now. But if you look at their raw point totals, it's not going to be. They're not going to be putting up like 130, 120 because they slow that thing down.
They do.
Yeah, they have to.
They have to.
That offense to work.
And so we do score a lot now, but I went through I try to find like good 4 years I compare it to. So everybody always talk about what they always try to compare this shit to. Well, the 90s, they wouldn't have been scoring. Yeah. They've been doing. So from I did 1990 to 93. In 1990, the average was 107. The Warriors led the league at 116. The lowest scoring was 95 a game by the Wolves. In 91, 106. The Warriors led the league at 116. The Wolves again at 99. Then 92, it was 105. The Warriors was at 118. And the Mavs was at 97. And then 93 was 103. The Sun led the league at 113. And then the Wolves was last at 98.
Those numbers are right there.
I feel like those numbers, compared for what the eras were, that shows you, like, people act like every team was playing hard defense. Like, that wasn't happening. Like, that. And then I looked at, like, 1984. The Spurs led the league at 120.
Still putting up a lot of points.
And
I'm glad you did the research. I'm glad you did that, because I had to.
Come on, man. Like, this don't make no sense. Stop acting like, yes, it is like some high scores now. I get it because the rules changed, but stop acting like
I hate the no defense.
Yeah,
the
I hate
defense
that.
talk is great. Perfect example tonight. Go watch like the first half of the Boston Celtics tonight. Their game plan tonight was perfect. Like, these teams, the offense is so good and the shooting's so good, and teams will have 4 or 5 shooters on the court at the same time.
Yeah.
You have to have 5 good defenders to do so.
Yeah, and it's not possible.
I think
it's still not possible.
It's the same concept of baseball where they're like, the pitchers just got too good and no one can hit. It's like, yeah, offenses have just gotten that good.
Dudes are spitting the shit out of the ball
now.
too.
Mm-hmm.
Then pitching comes back and people are throwing pitches that go 4 feet. It's like, they weren't doing this like 30 years ago, bro.
No, not at all. Not at all.
It fluctuates. In all sports, it fluctuates with that kind of stuff.
And now I hate
There's so much more context,
that defense thing. I hate that in basketball so much because everybody always brings it. People bring that shit up all the time. And
college basketball has more defense.
Oh my God.
They just have a lack of offense.
Yes, that's
a lack of offense.
Personally, I hate the take where they talk about, the NBA just changed the rules just so, LeBron and all these people could get off. And it's like,
no, bro.
They changed the rules for a better product.
Yes.
It's offensively focused, but if they focused it defensively, people wouldn't want to watch as much. Like, it makes sense.
Tuning into a Thursday night game to watch Houston versus San Antonio. This is what I hated, these Thursday night games.
I hated those Thursday night games, bro.
And it'd be 90 to 72. And I'm like, I want to watch that.
But look, I did, doing this research, I looked at it started like in 96, like when the points just started going down. And then like from like 99 to like 2008, it was just horrendous. Like you said, them Houston Spurs, that shit was awful because you knew it was going to be a 87 to 80 game. Or like them Pistons versus Pacers. Yo, that shit gonna be like 70 to 67 with like 2 minutes left in the fourth.
People often bring up the Mark D'Antoni and say like that whole Phoenix, idea.
New York, yep.
They try to bring up that 3 heavy offense, and it worked to an extent though. These teams had their downfalls. Like there's still flaws to it, and it was only one team doing that. They were a full outlier. Yes, there's still teams. It's going upwards in 3-point attempts, but like these teams are fully outliers.
Fully. These like, and then like think about it, like you said, it's going hard to find 4 or 5 guys to play defense. Back in the 90s or 80s, you just needed 1 or 2 guys to play defense. That was it. To be like your stopper. That was it. That's all you needed. Now you need 4 or 5 guys. That shit is hard. That's just not.
It's tough.
That's not possible.
Some starters or some starting rotations are still looking for a 3rd guy to play defense.
Absolutely. And
if that guy plays defense, he doesn't know how to shoot.
He doesn't know how to shoot. You get Tony Allen. You get Andre Roberson.
Yes. Oh man, I just want to bring it up because I'm just tired of people acting like no, they didn't score back. If you look at the scores from the 80s, bruh, they was playing D because you got to play some type of defense. But they were scoring. Teams were scoring.
There's just a lot of talent.
It was like I feel like it was just like one little spurt in like the middle of the 90s going into the 2000s that where it was like scoring was just hard as fuck. I don't know why it was so hard. I gotta dig into that. Like, was they like? Why was it so hard in them time? It was just.
We should dig into the ABA merger too. See how the scoring jumped right then. Because it had to get up. Those teams were putting up numbers.
Yes. One of these summers, I'm going to have to go back and just, I know I'm going to have a headache a quarter in just watching some of the offensive process. And like,
yes.
Bro.
It's hard doing that. I know what, last night I watched, because they have it on the NBA app, I watched Shaq's debut with the Lakers. Man, that shit was. It was fun. I forgot how fun that Lakers team. No. This Lakers team had Nick Van Exel. They had Eddie Jones. They had Cedric Sabalas.
Like 97.
Yeah. Shaq first year. It's his first year there. Kobe was still he was a rookie that year, but he was on the bench. So he wasn't even playing in the first game. They was just showing him on the bench and shit. But Eldon Campbell, like it was a fun team.
Campbell, yeah.
Who they play? They played the Phoenix Suns with Sam Cassell. And then the Lakers had Derek Fisher. But it was just crazy how basketball different. Yeah, it was crazy. It was different. But
it's a lot to keep track of.
Yeah, it was. What was y'all reaction to Friday night to the courts?
Better than I thought it would be. The courts turned out. Yeah, honestly, you had to adjust your brightness, and
there was a shock value. Like some were worse than others. Some were worse than others.
The Pacers court was like, oh shit,
it was loud, bro.
It was loud. It was definitely,
especially if like I was playing video games on one screen, I'd look over, and my eyes would have to.
Yeah, it was
a little bit, but
it was.
We got there.
It was. So we was gonna watch these games anyway, but. What in-game in particular on Friday really caught your eye or felt like this shit feel like an in-season tournament game? Or did a game not catch you like that?
Man, it was just another Friday night basketball for me, honestly. It was cool, like catching the jerseys, the courts.
It'll have more reason as we get down the stretch. Like once we get to those like 4th, 5th games of group play, I think we'll be like, this had some more feeling.
Matters a little more, but for night one of the in-season tournament, just sat back and enjoyed the night. Bulls court
we was gonna watch anyway. Yeah, we was gonna watch this shit
anyways. Yep.
Period.
Courts look good. Jerseys look sus, just like we said. But the NBA tried something new. Let's just see how it goes this year before
you can't fault Adam Silver for trying new shit. Yeah. You can't fault him for doing that. Like people gonna hate on shit regardless. Like why are you hating on this? Like he trying new shit, man. Like we trying. Y'all don't like people not sitting out for no reason. So we trying to figure out something to how they is.
I feel like you can really throw who is like really rooting for the sport and who enjoys it the most in times of things like that. It's like if it's like your second, third favorite sport, I think third, fourth, stuff like that, you're gonna nitpick it a lot more. That's just how it's gonna go.
Absolutely. You are gonna haters. You are gonna hate. And one thing I don't understand is we live in 2023, and how haven't you tried to figure out what the in-season tournament was? Nowadays, I don't know if people are just trying to get clicks or views by saying, I still don't understand the tournament. Brother.
Bones Highland doesn't understand the tournament.
You have the internet.
Bones Highland just wants to hoop.
Yeah, like, I can
understand him. Work every day.
You got the internet. I ain't talking about nobody in the NBA, but people who we have the internet. You're in your phone. If you can type it on Twitter, you can go on Google and say.
They got a whole FAQ page. I've been there like 7 times.
Promo was crazy. Richard Jefferson had a whole segment on it. Like,
like what are we doing? They don't give him a
segment for nothing.
Like how we still don't understand or confused. Like in that point, I don't know if you're just saying it just to be saying it or what.
That's just lazy. Yeah, lazy.
Like that's lazy at this point. Like how you still don't understand. Like I don't get it. And it's y'all. Go ahead.
Did y'all have any favorite courts from the night?
The Bulls was my favorite. I ain't gonna lie.
Yo, outside of the Bulls, the Thunder court is cold.
Oh, the Thunder shit was cold. They played the Warriors that night, right?
They did it right.
I thought the Blazers were solid because it still had a stripe that looked somewhat wood.
That was solid. Yes, that was our late game.
I think it was a color, but it was like a tan. It was solid.
Yeah.
I wasn't too locked into that game until the end because, it was Grizzlies and Blazers, but
they had the home, 2 unserious ass games.
It was a fun game though. My favorite game is easily the Warriors and Thunder because what the hell was going on?
What the hell? And my boy, hey, listen, if you still hating on Wardell, I don't know what. You're not a Hoops fan. This man did a.
Can we talk about the score?
Yeah,
141 to 139 in regulation.
Yes. Yeah, that shit was nuts.
No, it was crazy.
Zero.
That third quarter score was like 98, 99. I'm like, this is about to go into the fourth.
Hey, defense was optional, bro.
It was fun texting back and forth during this game, though. It was.
Yo, because that shit was crazy. That shit was crazy.
About how it seems like they overcomplicate some closers. Like, if they did an action or set a screen for Curry, it's probably going to overcomplicate everything there. They just let him have free reign, and he got downhill right away.
Easy.
The thing with Curry that's I've respected the most about him is he's aged and throughout his career is like he is such a good driver for his size and his athleticism.
They just talk about his
finishing is underrated.
Oh my goodness!
Obviously, when you can shoot the ball like that, you're going to get around some people, but you still got to finish your plays off.
The floater, the lay floater. Y'all hate it, but oof,
hey, in 2K, it's glitchy.
Oh, facts.
And
then the man has great touch and spin around the hoop, so he'll finish. Through contact, it's slept on because the shot's there.
The question is, did Draymond think he was having like a putback dunk or
what was going on there?
I was so lost for the minute.
They got away with that shit.
I tweeted like 7 minutes prior. Bro, Draymond just makes me laugh for like no reason every game.
Yeah, you did.
And right at the end, some bullshit goes down.
What is he? What are you doing? Why are you jumping?
He's so lucky Giddey was in front of him.
So lucky because he pushed Giddey into the net. So it was like, how do you? I don't understand. But that was my favorite. What's another game that happened that night? Was it? What else was Friday night?
The Knicks and Bucks were solid.
That was solid. Dame
had some clutch shots.
Yes,
Brunson was out of his mind that game.
Yes. He had like 45?
45.
Yep. Yeah, he had 45. Like he was going ballistic.
Getting
busy. Another game. It was another game
Brook
on
Lopez
Friday.
was going crazy that game too. He had 7 blocks.
I should have had that shit pulled up. I didn't know. I forgot who.
Indy was hooping.
Yes,
Pacers,
the
Cavs was fun.
Yep. That shit.
Spida kind of choked down the stretch, but I mean, they were just playing like Spida cookball.
Doesn't he do that often though?
It's tough to be.
I feel like they're over reliant on him.
Yeah, he does a lot. He works hard for his shots too.
He does.
He might be one of the best dribble pull-up shooters in the league, but he feels so reliant sometimes.
Pause for a second. This game was close, and the Nuggets won 134-116.
Oh, the one that just finished up?
Yes. What the fuck, bro? That shit was close when we started. Recording it.
Like we said, these motherfuckers, they're the champions. And they're playing just like you from the jump. Hey, who are these horses that Jokic trained? Does everybody need to get on this program?
Hey, chilling on a farm in the middle of nowhere?
Yeah, he
probably not a bad idea. Speaking of that, Jokic went crazy in their in-season game too against the Mavs. That was a fun game.
It was fun, but he did go. Yeah,
but they were just taking over after a while. Like
it was.
The Mavs kept some subs in. They kept their big dogs in to try to make a run while the Nuggets bench was in, and it just stayed like a 10-point game for like 20 minutes, and then it was over.
So the in-season tournament, is it going to be on Tuesday and Friday? So TNT and ESPN have so
every single game on those days until
right before Thanksgiving, right?
I think so, around there.
Yeah,
I think
I just talk about everybody now reading shit, but I do have one question about this in-season tournament. So the Final Four, it's going to be a few teams that's going to play 84 games, basically.
I think so.
That's basically how that's going. You can't really tie that into the schedule. I'm assuming it's going to be hard to do that. I'm guessing.
I've been thinking the same thing. I haven't dug too deep into it. I think it might just be the championship game, but I still don't know the optics of it. I'm gonna have to. A lot of it for me is just like seeing it go down, and then it'll be in my brain.
Yeah, wait and see.
Yeah.
I'm not reading on them FAQ pages.
It's much easier to see it go down, and then I'm like, bro, there's a lot of shit on there.
It's a lot.
I read enough in the 40.
I have the point differential, I'm not even looking at that. When it comes up, it comes up.
Yeah,
stipulations are crazy.
It was another thing. I think I don't know about text y'all this shit, or I thought about it. I was gonna ask, but this whole like 2 games at home, is that part of the new CBA? Did I miss that? It's so much.
I feel like I've traditionally seen it with back-to-backs, but you've been seeing it more with like a Monday game and then a Wednesday game.
Yes, I'm saying like having with the Spurs and the Suns, the Grizzlies. And
I'm not confident on it, but if it was something that they did to take away some back-to-backs, I'd be very here for it.
Yeah, me too. Because I've been seeing it a lot. Like, not like they just been playing the same team twice at home, like some baseball.
That's what the
shit.
Grizzlies and Blazers just did.
Yep. Okay, that's what I want to ask about that. Any other thoughts on this first night of in-season tournament action?
We just got blessed with some good hoops. It was a good Friday.
I felt like it was going to be good hoops regardless of if it was in-season or what.
The matchups were looking nice.
The Bulls matchups that shit.
And we good matchups today for night on Monday. We got more tomorrow.
Yes, we got more of that shit tomorrow. It's so much
Tuesday
basketball.
And Friday is such a random day, but it works so well for the schedule of just how things are going. Like I really enjoy those days. It's something to look forward in the week, and
it is, and everybody. I mean, I am here for it. Everybody want to judge shit so fast. Like, man, how you gonna judge some shit for one night? We don't even. How you gonna say this not gonna work? How you say it's not gonna work? We ain't even
people already talking about some like. Oh, teams that win it should all automatically get a playoff berth. It's like,
because Halliburton said that.
Chill.
Halliburton said that.
I did see him say that.
But
other people are jumping on it too.
Well, we can't make changes in the middle of that shit. But I do like that idea though. It's kind of like that will make teams like.
Imagine losing your postseason spot because a team won something in November though.
Right. Washington just sneaks in.
Yeah, you can't do that shit, bro.
We watching Kuzma Game 6 round 1.
You can't do that shit. You know why? Because baseball kind of went through the same shit. Like you did this shit for money to add more playoff teams. Then you got the Diamondbacks in the World Series, and nobody watched that shit.
You're always gonna have some drawbacks.
Yeah, so it's like you gotta figure it out. But you did. I like the idea, but once you say it out loud, I don't like the idea of the winner automatically going into. I don't like that idea.
Nah.
That's worse than the play-in. That's worse than the play-in, bro. You cannot do that.
I do want to see some stats as far as ratings for, say, like an early Tuesday and Friday last season versus, this first one with these in-season course jerseys. See if we got some more people watching.
And it might be even up even higher because it seems like everybody has League Pass to start the season now. Like, I feel like it is. League Pass.
I love when everyone's watching the same game, bro, so on the timeline.
I think everybody's watching everything right now.
Nothing beats it.
Like everybody's
it's a watch party. Every game you want to watch, it's a watch party.
Yes. Everybody's
if I'm watching one game and everyone's tweeting about another game, I'm flipping right over to there.
Yes,
I'm like,
every time.
what's going on?
Let me go check this shit out. But yeah, like I feel like that probably helped with ratings too, being early in the season because there's so many promos for League Pass for people to get, and people are just getting that shit now because why not? Like, I don't understand why you don't have that shit. If you love hoops, this shit is perfect for you.
Just watching. Perfect. I mean, obviously my team's out of my market right now, so I can watch them. That's worth it enough. But like, just being able to see, I'm watching 3 games, probably 50 to 75% or more a night.
Yeah,
easy.
Yes, bro. Yeah.
If it's a weekend and it's spread out, like I'm watching like 3-4 full games. Like,
man.
Oh yeah.
Just waking up in the morning and spending that hour or two that you would watch SportsCenter or Get Up, just going to NBA and
doing.
I want to pick up and watch a game later. Like,
it's
us
nice.
Doing Player of the Week has forced me to watch more games as well.
It is fun to do
because it's like, yo, I have to watch.
You gotta watch
these games. Like that. Yeah, like trying to find some edge for each week. I like it.
Yeah, so it's like, like you said, when you wake up in the morning, ain't no more SportsCenter in the morning or whatever the hell you watch in the morning.
It's so hard to figure stuff out. It's so early, but I think that's the fun of it.
Yeah. I do like that aspect of us doing that because it forces us to be more prepared for y'all every week, for y'all to have a great pod. But shit, I'm like with y'all, man. I got no more reactions about the in-season tournament first night. Like we was gonna watch regardless. We're going to have more thoughts about this shit going forward. I don't mind the courts. The jerseys are just meh.
It's just to make everyone know that it's a game that's in
absolutely
season.
Different, yeah.
It make you,
They'll
even like
tone it down
anybody that stop by like, oh shit, what the hell is that? Like an all red Bulls court? Like, my boys didn't know what the fuck I was watching. They never seen that shit. It was bright as hell. Like, they never used to know shit like that. So it made them stop.
That's another thing.
Yeah.
Just reaching out to a different demographic, man. Just they're selling basketball. You can't be mad at it.
You cannot.
They're doing their job.
Yes. So we talked. We're done with that. We talked, and we figured out it's some teams we need to talk about.
Let them get like a good week.
It's some teams to talk about. I don't know if we feel the same way about these teams, but I think we might. We're gonna start. I'm gonna start with this one particular team. I'm gonna hand it off to Zoe. The Memphis Grizzlies.
He's taking his victory lap already.
Nah, I'm not gonna be like that. Look,
but you was spot the fuck on, bro.
Hey, this was like you said before the Steven Adams injury. Yeah, did not see that happening.
No.
Unfortunate for the team. I'm not even happy about it. I like watching him play. But yeah, after that, you take out Ja. This team does not have a lot of talent. Desmond Bane is hooping.
He is
crazy.
Hooping. I ain't gonna
He's
lie.
up like 27 points per game.
Yeah, Bane is averaging 27 on 47 and 34, 88. Triple J is averaging 22 on 49, 38. And Marcus Smart is averaging 14.
He's your third scorer.
Bane and Triple J are averaging 27 and 22 apiece. 48 from the field, like 35-ish from three. Like, I don't know what more we want to ask for them.
You can't get
not
anything else out of them.
No, you can't.
It's just a roster thing. They just don't have that talent. And
they won last night.
You said this West is going to be way too tight. Yeah, they got one win.
Yes.
They're 1-6.
That was the most unserious basketball game of the season last night, though.
I have not watched the Grizzlies yet.
They could have.
I'm not going to lie.
They should have. They had like a 20-2 run against the Blazers on Sunday night, and that's the only reason they won. It was when I flipped it on in the third quarter, it was like 75-77, and they just kind of pulled away. That game. Desmond Bane was sniping, and Brogdon was doing the opposite. So
it's just not a lot of talent, man.
No, it's not. It's
Zaire
not a lot
Williams,
of talent.
David Roddy, Xavier Tillman.
Laravia's not even playing. He was their first pick from last year. Santi's taking a little bit of a drop down.
He was hurt too. Just not a lot of people over there to fill that void. And it's just going to be a tough climb to get it back in the play-in.
Bro, just watching it is just like, that was some bad basketball I was looking at. But it was hooping. Triple J then was having, but yeah, Memphis. Well, I think I had Memphis at 6 seed. They're not making the playoffs. I'm with you, though. They'll go one spot on my damn.
Even if they have a big run with Ja in the second half, it's still gonna be tough to be top 6.
Bro.
They gotta get top. Like, so look, you gotta pray for a play-in.
What is their rest of their schedule before Ja get here? What they played 7 games. So the rest of their games without Ja, what's their schedule? Because, bro, they could be 3-22 if it's the hardest.
Miami, Utah, Clippers, Lakers, Spurs, Boston, Houston, Phoenix, Minnesota, Utah. Like, they got some.
It's a lot of losses, bro.
Phoenix,
it's a lot of hell.
There's like 5 teams that are like teams that everyone should beat right now. Maybe. Yeah. For most teams.
Maybe.
Yeah. Utah.
Yeah, the Bulls.
Houston. They got Houston 3 times in that span.
That don't mean shit. Hey, Houston smacked the Kings. Like, you said that shit?
True.
Hey, I've been watching Houston a lot. They've been catching my eye, man.
Hey, and speaking of the Grizzlies in Houston, they genuinely miss Dylan Brooks.
They do.
Yeah, Joe talked about it a little bit in his earlier statement. They kicked him right out the door. They treat him like shit. They put up the PR statements and everything. I understand there was some shit going down. He's a character. He's got shit going on, but his defense good. You need shot making too. Like you can't just plug in other guys and magically spawn 28 18, 20 points per game. I don't care what the field efficiency is, but you can't throw spot-up shooters out there and have them even do that too.
He's been hooping for Houston so
18,
far.
Yeah, averaging 18 for them. Was it 4 boards,
he dunked on somebody
assists,
tonight.
Some steals.
Memphis, as of right now, is 29th in offensive rating in the league.
You can't.
So you got to watch at least a half.
I'll watch. They got to play the Bulls at some point.
Oh yeah. Oh God. Yeah, they do. But that shit is bad. I feel for them. Like, Ja gonna come back. Like I said, Ja still gonna miss games. He's reckless. He's a small build. He's gonna have some knickknacks. He's still got to get in basketball shape. So what is that? Basketball shape might take him 15 games.
So now we're down to 40. Half a season.
He'll be in conditioning. He'll be in conditioning form by then, because I'm sure he's doing stuff on his own. But like, you're just jumping in the middle of the regular season.
Yeah.
People are playing.
Everyone else has had 25 games to ramp up.
You're already behind.
Their defense is like middle of the pack right now, but the offense is just
that offense is horrid. Offense is horrid, bro.
And on like, it's not even just a statistical thing. If you watch them.
Bane's just not a primary guy like that. He's going to get his buckets, but he's not setting up anybody. Nobody is really.
No.
I wonder where this team is in assists this season.
Yeah, and then Rose, they should evaluate him in a week. So, that can mean, he's still going to be down.
And still, you don't want to be relying on D Rose now.
That's
unfortunately.
Shout out Rose, but no, my man, we don't want to be relying on you right now. That's
like an end of the bench. Not like a first guy off the bench.
Yeah, no. He's not. Especially when your starter is down this long.
He should back up. He should just back up Ja. Get those 10 to 12 minutes.
That's it. That's all. Jonah, are you on the Memphis not making the playoff train too now? Or did you
It's hard to
have
tell.
them missing? Did you have them missing?
I moved them down to 6th.
Yeah, I think I had them in 6th.
I think they'll push for sure 6 to 10, because I think Ja just has such an impact on that team. But still, he does. You're still staring directly at all those. I hate to be looking at their secondary, tertiary pieces. It's a real concern here. It's not just it's just a mixed bag of like a bunch of guys that are the same. And
it is
the same. David Roddy and Kenny Lofton Jr. It's like the same player.
None of them are developing like.
Yeah, I don't know what they're doing with that.
Like, there might be some solid role players mixed in there, but like, I don't see many starting NBA players in there in the future. And we're talking right now. So
yeah,
it's not looking great. And the West is just tough.
Tough, bro.
Tough.
Everybody's playing like I said, Houston. They got a real coach, bro.
They can still bust your ass. Like,
they can. They bust your ass.
They bust the Kings' ass tonight. Bro, I think he dropped like 140 on the Kings. I mean, the Kings don't play defense anyway.
That's what you could expect for a team with an average age of 22. Shit, go out there and score.
We talked about the Kings and the injury luck last year, and De'Aaron goes down, and you see how important he is. Like, it's just, it's a tough league.
How long is he out?
I want to say,
I did not see anything.
I don't know if there was really a timetable, but
okay, 122.97. They won that shit.
You need some help if a guy goes down. Like, we see two teams already struggling with it.
And you know what? We can talk about the next team, the damn Phoenix Suns with their injuries. But the injury's not even a problem for me. That's not even the issue for me for the Phoenix Suns. My issue is that they came into an NBA regular season without a legit point guard on their team. And it shows in crucial moments that they don't have a legit ball handler. And when Booker was out there, he does help, but that's not his natural state. You can tell that's not his natural thing. He wants to come off some shit, off a curl. He wants to come off some screens and shit. He don't want to have to bring up the ball. KD don't want no parts of bringing the ball up the court like that. He wants to do his thing. He don't want to do none of that. And I've been told that I look like a casual because I'm talking about a point guard when they're scoring 120 points. Listen, you're going to score that many points when you have people like KD and Booker and Eric Gordon looking like he's back in Indiana other guys in there, you're gonna score regardless. You know what I'm saying?
Fucking guy,
but
Eric Gordon.
I was in my research bag because I just been like, you know what, I got time. So I did. You know what? Let me look at the Phoenix Suns. The last 2 minutes of the fourth quarter. How many turnovers did they have in the last 2 minutes?
Which games are you looking at?
Minutes. So I did every one. I did Warriors, Lakers, Utah,
the Spurs
both
games were
Spurs,
chaos.
the Sixers, and the Pistons. So they beat the Warriors, right? They had 4 turnovers in the last 2 minutes. They lost to the Lakers. They had 9 turnovers in the last 2 minutes against the Jazz.
Is there enough time?
I forgot that.
Is there enough time for that to happen?
That Lakers game was chaos.
That game was
in their hands.
Yes.
It was in their hands.
Yes. 9 turnovers. If that doesn't scream, you need a point guard. I don't know what does.
The thing with me for them is, like, Beal needs to be... You need Beal as that extra ball handler, but yet again, he's played 0 games. And once again, if you want them to have that full effect, you probably need Booker, KD, and Beal all on the floor at the same time.
Yes.
We haven't seen yet, and it's difficult to do that with... Yet. It's difficult for any team to have their 3 best players healthy for majority of the games in a season. Like, that's just going to be the case.
Especially nowadays.
It's just going to happen.
Yes. What are they now, like?
Beal
2 and 4?
They're 3 and 4.
3 and 4? So did they beat Utah? Did they beat Utah? I should have put W's. But he had 4 turnovers against the Spurs in the last 2 minutes. That second game, 1 turnover.
They beat Utah.
Yeah. The Sixers, they had 4 turnovers in the last 2 minutes. And then the Pistons, they won, but he had 7 turnovers in the last 2 minutes.
They've had some tight games too. Like,
you're gonna have issues. You're gonna have problems if you don't find somebody else when you start playing better teams in the playoffs. You cannot have that many turnovers. Bro, 4 turnovers is still too much. Even if you win in the last 2 minutes against a good team, you're gonna lose.
One thing I like about Vogel is he's seen what he has with these options. He's actually rotating through players. Like, he started Keita for a game, which is something Monty would have never done. He would have just rocked with his guys or whoever he thinks would date his daughter or whatever Monty was doing.
Monty was on some
I've already seen some Pistons memes. I've already seen some Pistons memes with him starting Killian Hayes over Ivy. That's a whole other conversation. But he's working through those options, but that supporting cast is just looking rough. Like, I like some of the stuff Nurkic brought as a screener and some passing early on, but just I haven't watched too much of the Suns lately. But just looking over his statistics, oh boy, like he's averaging 9 a game.
He said, "Oh boy,"
he's shooting 37% from the field.
Yeah, bro, I've watched,
and he's shooting 23% from 3, and he took 6 threes the other night.
I've
Juice of Nurkic.
Watched almost. I didn't watch the Utah game, the Sixers game, but Nurkic he's not.
Hey, wait till it's all together. I'm still holding hope for Nurkic. All right. I'm staying very still. I'm taking a back seat with the Suns. I'm seeing the issues.
Yeah.
But I can't jump to too many conclusions just because.
Yeah, I'm not going to harp on them.
Gotta see.
All I'm saying is, all I said what I saw. I can't believe it came without no point guard. That's it.
And Booker's been having his injury issues too. He's only played 2 games.
Was it his foot and Beal's back?
Yeah,
KD's the healthy
back.
Crazy.
KD being the healthy one is wild with these 2 younger guys.
Insane.
Beal,
and he's hooping.
We already know.
KD hooping. KD is fucking hooping. He don't get no slander still,
to come back
but he's
on
still
Wednesday.
hooping.
But still, back issues tough. Booker's dealing with a calf/ankles, a lower body. Like,
calf, ankle.
You don't want to push these guys back too. That's the thing.
Achilles, you can start fucking with your Achilles and get them lower.
It's so early. If you strain your calf from that, you're out 4 more weeks. Like, you don't want to rush those guys back.
Yeah.
At all.
Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, it's not like a ring the alarm type shit. It's just like, hey man, this is a warning shot. This is a warning shot. Yo, when I went to them last 2 minutes of the turnovers, I was like, oh shit, this shit is worse than I thought it was gonna be. Like, I didn't come on, fam. That's insane.
I think I was fooled week 1 watching them play, seeing some of these role player guys, like we said, Eric Gordon, Nas Little.
It's going to fluctuate so much too.
And it's It's definitely going to fluctuate, but
it's a good thing and a bad thing.
Good thing and a bad thing. Hey, Frank's working with what he got, like you said. He's changing it up, trying to get some different players in there. But I agree, that point guard situation is sketchy.
That's real. That's real. That is real.
Somebody to shore that up. Who's just gonna
that is real, spot. Bro. Yeah,
best place to take advantage of a bucket.
Man,
you know?
That shit is real, bro. Like we cannot act like it's not. But this is not a. I think we all of us can agree this is not a ring the alarm situation right now because they're still going to score their points. They still will win games regardless.
I think when it's all said and done, Beal and Booker they'll provide you another 8 to 10 assists a game. That'll help you out.
Oh, Booker's still getting a lot of assists.
He'll still get you some, but like them crunch time, just wait and see.
I just want to see what like shot makers surrounded by shooters ends up looking like because it sounds good in theory, but there's still so much more structure and context that comes along with that.
Is Beal gonna just be cool being a spot up shooter in the last 2 minutes?
You may not have no choice.
All right, you better be.
You came on this trade. You knew that could be a possibility to come on these two guys. You came to somebody else's team, and then the other dude here is KD. So you already.
The Suns would love to have that right now. That means they'd all be healthy. Yeah, they'd love to have that issue.
I guess we can done talking about their asses. We can move to these Bucks. Are we still when we said this? Are we still like? Do we need to talk about the Bucks?
Yes, we do.
I didn't watch them tonight, but I saw it was a pretty tight game.
Yeah, well, they was playing around with Brooklyn, but Cam Thomas, who got the clip, was getting busy.
He had 45 tonight.
Yeah, he was getting busy.
I'm sad because I had in my notes, Dame is only shooting 14 field goals a game. He only shot 15 today. Still another rough shooting night.
Oof.
I just want more shots from him, man.
Yeah, I think Dame definitely has to have more shots. 15
shot the ball 27 times tonight.
I mean, it's hard to really say
and
to Dame if you're Giannis, like, hey, this is your team. Because
I will say this from watching it, the Nets thing was it was like Giannis had the lane open a lot because all the damn shooters they had on the court. So Giannis was like
no Claxton either.
Yeah, he was just like crashing through. He was just cutting to the hole. So it was like they wasn't letting
them 7 threes for some reason. But
I don't know. I didn't. That's great. That's insane. That's crazy.
That's like when
I watched a lot of the fourth quarter.
6 too many.
Yeah, that's right. 6 too many for Giannis. Please, you should not be shooting a 3. Period. I'm not ringing an alarm on them yet, but I have seen people say, "Well, their defense, or the highlight reels of Dame in his pick and roll." Well, guess what? These are the growing pains you're going to have when you trade an elite defender and get an elite scorer. You got to figure this shit out.
Javon Carter went out the door too.
Yeah,
he was playing on the ball.
Exactly. So you got to figure this shit out. It's gonna be some growing pains. Like the Bucks still
they trade him for him so late. Like
true.
Adjusting on the fly.
A week, 2 weeks to get ready.
So
I've seen a lot of them.
Christmas probably.
I've seen a lot of Bucks fans just calling out Dame's not even defensive skills, just his intensity. He's lazy on defense. He's not locked in. Those type of things, you can't just drop off from Drew and Javon Carter to lazy. You gotta be serviceable.
Yeah. He gonna have to find his way on that.
They got a lot of gripes, man.
Yeah, they do.
They got a lot, boy.
It's a lot to figure out for them.
Bucks Twitter is hot with Dame right now. I ain't gonna lie.
Hey, Griffin is okay sometimes, but they have been chewing his ass out sometimes too.
Can we talk about how there was a quote during the in-season tournament game where they asked AJ, or not AJ? Oh yeah, he's technically, I guess. They asked Adrian Griffin, talking about Brook Lopez playing the drop scheme, playing drop defense, and he's like, "Oh yeah, the players told me to switch over to this, so I did." And then Brook had 7 blocks that game. I'm like, first of all, I understand the Bucks have a lot of things to figure out, but if there's one thing that you should rely on is it's not like having Brook Lopez up at the screens and switching around. Like he just sits his ass back there. That's what he does, and he does it really well.
Line and below.
Yes.
I haven't paid attention a lot to Griffin's coaching yet. I guess because that's not my favorite team, of course, but I have seen people don't like a lot of his shit so far. I think it's just your team depends on your level of impatience. Like if you are you know what I'm saying? Like if you're a Bucks fan, your patience meter, that shit is short, bro. Like you don't have time for that. Like
especially with the way like the Celtics are looking.
Yeah, like you're not trying to hear that shit. Celtics fan, I'm pretty sure their patience meter is short. They don't have time for that shit. Like
Bucks are still 4-2 though through all of this. Bucks are still 4-2 through all this.
They're gonna battle and get these wins.
Well, if we
the two
see
losses were by 19 and 17 points.
Yeah,
but
we see how they get their wins. Still a mess. Like they still mesh really well. He's got to figure out the defensive shit. They're gonna figure that shit out. It's like you said, the trade did happen late. That's not talked about enough. Like the trade being what 2 weeks for the season. He got traded and had media day was like a week later. So so he ain't had much time. So he had a few. And I don't even know how much he did in preseason. Yeah, like so. It was a lot for that. So I get to be the fans being upset, but that's what it happens. You gotta have a growing pains of straight away. One side expecting the other side.
Yeah, I haven't watched much either, but Middleton, 18 minutes, 8.5 points. Can y'all fill me in what's going on?
He's getting worked back slow. Like he's only playing 20 minutes a game.
Yeah, he getting worked back real slow.
Like they're ramping him up.
I saw love him tonight. It seemed like, but at one time it seemed like he didn't get no damn burn.
I don't know what the bar with him right now is too, because he was so limited last year too. It's like I think
what's his issue? Is it a knee? Is it a knee?
I think so. I think if he's just on the floor in any facet right now, they're like cool with it.
Yeah, because he's still a threat
later in the year.
He's still a threat.
Get a little shot creation here and there, like cool. It's one less Jay Crowder shot.
I think we're not ringing the alarm on the Bucks. I'm guessing, right?
The defense, their defensive rating was 25th in the league when coming into this game. I don't know if it changed much.
I think they're going to improve that,
but that's just you got to figure some stuff out. They could add some other pieces or things could happen schematically. We'll just see.
They could lock in around December defensively and. The rating could just go down from go down, go up.
Yeah, Giannis and Brooks, so you got some good building blocks.
Yeah. All right. We didn't have this team on the list, but I texted y'all and said I wanted to talk about them. The Warriors. Chris Paul, Steve Kerr figured out how to do this. Yes. Paul will play with Curry and them, but he has Chris Paul running that second unit. Oh my God, yo.
Humming, boy.
Humming. Chris Paul and you guess what? Them Moody and them boys, they ain't gonna talk back to Chris Paul. Chris Paul can do what he want to do.
Having a good time the other day?
Yes.
Smiling. There were some memes on Twitter after Clay hit the game winner against the Kings. He's like, bro, he's so happy to be on the other side of history in this one.
Oh my God,
so happy.
Bro, he just
genuinely
looking around,
ear to ear, smiling,
bro.
A good time.
You don't understand.
The Houston Rockets clip with Harden came back up, and he had to relive that. Probably just a bad situation over there. I'm happy for CP3.
Man, they hooping over there. With the Warriors, but like they're hooping. Draymond hooping.
That's really just an extra
Draymond
coach
is
out there
scoring
too.
the ball.
Yes, bro. Like
what the?
I just had to talk about
them. Every time you
think
Draymond's taking a step back, he just continues doing some shit.
But y'all heard what he said. Everybody's enjoying going back to work this year. Poole was that like that one dude in the office like that gets on your damn nerve. And they do look happier. I'm not gonna lie. They do look happier. Speaking of Poole, that's the most unserious basketball team of all time. The Washington Wizards.
Averaging 18 right now?
Did you see the off the glass lob after when they were
down
20?
Down 20?
Oh, 40? Was it? I thought it was 40. It was a lot of damn
ridiculous
points.
Either way.
That coach has no control, bro.
Cut that shit out.
It fit those players so well.
It does. Oh my God. But I just want to talk about the Warriors that quick, man. They hooping. Curry's
efficiency to start the year is ridiculous. He's shooting
stupid.
He's shooting 53 from the field and 48 from beyond the arc, averaging 30 a game.
At 35, right? 35?
Yes, he is 35 years of age.
Hooping, bro. Good. He's hooping.
Let's just enjoy it. Yo.
Just enjoy that shit, bro. When these guys get older,
step back physically. When you can shoot the ball like that, you're still gonna have. Like, we think Bron's longevity is crazy, but then Curry could be playing just as well as Bron is at his age, just because of the shooting ability. It's going to be in very different ways, incredibly different ways between the two. But it's just hard to get these guys away. They're always going to be looking over your damn shoulder.
It's going to be an NBA season where Curry, Bron, and KD is not even in the league no more. It's going to be
crazy. Why would you start the week off like that?
Because I think about this shit all the time.
That's when I'm gonna start feeling old.
I think I catch myself watching these guys a lot right now because we're not gonna have this shit too much longer. But
the transition of eras is fun though. There's just so much talent in the league right now.
It's so much.
It's crazy.
That's why people talk about the league right now. You're not really watching games, man. It's not gonna be the best all the time, and no era ever was. But I guarantee you, there's more teams now than back in the day that you are willing to watch all the time. There was not times when I was in high school or even out of high school, I was like, man, right now I can say about 20 teams, 22 teams I can watch with no problem. No problem. I cannot watch the Wizards whatsoever. If the Bulls aren't playing Utah, I cannot watch Utah. That's another team. There's a few more teams. I didn't go through the list, but it's a lot of teams you can watch. You know what I'm saying? It's not like it's like, I can't turn this shit on. Like, no, man.
Whether it's a star or a rookie, there's somebody.
The fact that some of the players that the Hornets have in the lineup in the first couple of weeks is kind of crazy when you consider how much talent is in the league. And some guys that are getting DNPs on other teams. It's like, damn.
I watched the Hornets. I don't know. That's crazy. I said that shit out loud.
I did watch the Hornets.
They at least have enough to get you by.
They got LaMelo. Yeah, exactly.
They do got enough to get you by.
Brandon Miller's fun to see what he's doing.
Yeah, they got enough going on. All right.
Eric Collins will scream about some stupid shit for no reason.
Off the Warriors, and the last time we decided we was going to talk about, it's like a twofer. The Spurs / WEMBY. Lord have mercy, Jesus. Is this young man for real? Is he for real? Yes or no? I think he is for real. He is definitely for real.
You can't say he's not for real. The man scored 38.
He's for real, bro.
He just seems to be getting more comfortable. But he's still for real. As he plays more games, he seems to be getting more comfortable with certain things. And I think what stood out crazy was, I think it was Sunday's game. He was playing as a roamer from the corner, and anytime some dude came in the paint, he'd be one step away to contest it or block it. He had 3 blocks in the first quarter.
He's insane, bro.
Control of your limbs at that size is crazy enough.
It ain't even just him. The whole Spurs team is fun to watch, and I can't believe I'm putting fun to watch and Spurs in the same damn sentence. But they
do got some talent.
They're fun. I never thought all my life they've been boring.
Got to put the Sohan point guard experiment to rest.
Tim Duncan, they've been boring, they do.
He's got to stop.
Got to put the Sohan point guard reps to
It's not good to
It's
look.
just not it.
No.
It's not good for anyone.
No, it's not. But they're fun. I like watching them. I enjoy them. Wemby is crazy. He is great for basketball.
We are going to have a Wemby clip from every game, at least one.
I like the one versus OG Anunoby. It looked like when you're playing basketball against a little kid, like a toddler. And you go up on both sides of the rim and put both your hands over there. He was doing it in an NBA game against a 6'7" guy. What the fuck?
This dude, he's so skilled, bro. The dribble, stop, pull up 3 at the top.
I think the touch around the rim is
that shit made me stand up, bro. I said, I could not believe he stopped on a dime like that. And
I've seen so many dorky ass tall centers have negative touch around the rim, and he's got the softest touch
so
ever.
tall. And stop with this bullshit.
Poor Bobo's catching so many strays because of bozos.
Just because
he can't do this, bro.
Tall and lanky. Come on,
he cannot do this, bro. He cannot. Have y'all caught? I've watched a lot of Spurs games. Have y'all watched a lot of Spurs games? I think you have.
Early on,
the Houston overtime game was fun. What else? The wins over the Suns were really fun. The big comeback was probably my favorite. The 20-point comeback.
Oh yeah, where the Suns led for 58 minutes
and 58 seconds.
Oh yeah,
and blew it, man.
Whatever. Point guard,
bro.
Yo, Wemby, like you were talking about, his skill is just crazy. The touch, the ball handling. Didn't expect this from somebody obviously his size, but his age as well. It's really put together well. I saw some crazy thing about his progression if he puts on Giannis type muscle for the next 8 years. Like, what could we be looking at? People are saying the real life wilt.
He just needs effective strength just to stay healthy. I don't even care if he's built like that. You just need to get a solid build so you can
scrawny,
be.
Yeah,
and they're gonna be coached well, man. They're fun. They get up and down the court. They hustle. They're gonna play feisty defense. Your boy, what's his name? I always fuck his name up.
Vassell.
No. The point guard.
Sohan?
Is it Tyus?
No, Trey.
Tyus.
Trey.
Oh, Trey.
It's Trey. He be out there like a damn menace. Like they just be.
You just want that kind of player on your basketball.
Yes,
100%.
Pop love him.
That's who Phoenix needs.
He's got the flow game just like his older brother.
They need something like that.
Is
it Tyus or what is it? Is it Trey?
No, it's Trey. It's Trey.
Okay.
Trey, Tyus, and Gary Trent Jr. were all on the same high school team back home at one point, and that team was crazy.
That's a whip.
I love hearing stories like that.
Imagine leaving algebra.
Bro, I think they only played a year together because I think Gary went to prep school. Trey was in 8th grade playing varsity with them when they were juniors.
That's insane. I love hearing stories like that, though. High school stories, because so many people be from the same area at the same time and be in high schools at the same time. Just dominating
AAU teams, stuff like that.
I love hearing shit like that.
MPJ and Trey were on the same AAU team. Zion and Ja were on the same AAU team. I love shit like that.
I gotta go to some more AAU shit this summer for sure. I have no choice. I need to go get out there and see some of that shit. Cause them shit be some of that shit do be just this is terrible basketball.
See some high school hoops too.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, see high school hoops. That shit is starting back up. Everything is back. Goddamn, all the hoops is back. But any other teams that y'all from these 2 weeks, man, that we ain't actually put on here?
Shout out to my Wolves getting a dub.
Your Wolves.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
Shout out to get your shit off. Cook. Go ahead.
Hey, they beat the Celtics in Denver. What else can I say? I'm happy. Defense is looking legit. They've held 4 out of 6 teams under 100. Rudy is in his bag.
Since you brought the Wolves, do you think? And I was hoping he did not foul out because I was going to ask you this shit, but I was hoping he didn't because now I wasn't stemming from this shit. But do you think it's time to move on from Cat? So not because we should just move on from him, but do you think it's a fight between Cat and Ant on whose team it is? I think it's Ant's team, but I don't think Cat knows it's Ant's team.
I don't think there's been discussion about that all off season and every interview. I don't think Cat really cares about that.
Okay.
Honestly, I don't think Ant really does either. I think Ant respects all the players on the team. He's always shouting out everyone in interviews, shit like that.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's just clear late game on the court, because he's taking all the last couple shots and whatnot. But it'll be interesting to see. I think the Celtics game was the worst matchup for him possible because they had Drew on him and it would force post ups and then they just swarm the shit out of him. They were just baiting him. Yeah, it was a terrible matchup.
They got him playing out of control a couple times and shit.
Win a game like that made me happy, but I'm keeping my I'm waiting for his 3-point shot to come around because he's had so many open looks and it's rimmed out. Love the volume there, but hey, if they keep winning, I'll take those kind of issues.
I want to.
You gotta figure some stuff out.
I think I never take trade shit seriously, especially when the Knicks are involved.
No,
that rumor has came up. If I could,
I don't take none of them.
I can't count
trade
on my
rumors
fingers how
seriously.
many times I've seen a notification about the Knicks having interest in Cat.
Or
It happens
anybody.
every
Or
offseason,
anybody.
trade deadline.
Yeah.
Embiid,
Anybody.
Giannis,
Bro.
every
The
star
Knicks-
that comes up.
Zion.
The Knicks have been linked to getting a player since LeBron went to Miami that summer. They have got nobody but Melo in the trade, and they got Amari Stoudemire. Outside of that, they get nobody. You whiffed on Kyrie. They whiffed on KD. They didn't even trade for Donovan Mitchell because they didn't want to give up RJ Barrett. Are you crazy?
And that's why they'll be stuck in, the middle.
Like, I don't understand how you think you're going to trade for. I don't think, like I said, I don't take shit serious when it comes to trade with the Knicks. I think the Knicks is like the Yankees. Like, everybody's always linked to them. You know what I'm saying? Honestly, I don't even know if that's, what would you, in that trade, I know you even thought about this, like a Knicks-Wolves trade, Cat going to the Knicks for who?
RJ, a salary filler and picks, or quickly salary filler and picks.
How does Cat even work out there with Julius Randle and
I don't know.
He gone.
Julius
In the trade?
Randle
Can't have
is
That's what I'm
a
saying.
conversation.
How can they do both?
That's a lot of
how the fuck did the Clippers do this? Oh god, we didn't even talk about this, but how the Clippers even
I was about to bring that up.
how the Clippers even get that shit done? I'm confused.
They didn't get it done on the court.
Okay, lost to the Knicks.
Yeah.
I watched the first quarter, and Harden was feeding Zoo early. I'm not jumping to conclusions with them, so it's going to take some time.
Yeah.
Just thinking about that today, it's like, if I had to trade that to pick up an all-star caliber player, I would do it too, and you figure it out later.
Yeah, I figured that shit out later. That's what you do. Definitely. But yeah, I don't want to go too far. But yeah, but what would y'all trade to even to the Knicks? Like you said, RJ. I don't.
Evan Fournier is going to be in there somehow for salary.
Evan Fournier.
Oh my god, yeah. Do y'all even need RJ? I don't think. Yeah, I don't think that would even be.
Nobody really wants RJ. It's the price tag.
They don't. It's not. They don't, bro. They don't. They don't want RJ. RJ just
over RJ, bro.
I don't want to turn to the Nick talk because I just don't want to do that.
I'll keep Jaden on my team over RJ.
I like Jaden. I like that Jaden,
especially after today's bounce back game.
I like that Jaden and Ant thing for y'all for sure. Yeah, some big shots for sure.
He was so rough the whole game until late.
Builder.
Yeah,
he has 20 points.
He had some rough moments, but he bounced back, man. I like to see that from a young player for sure when they do shit like that.
He gets in his head a little bit with the fouls, but
yeah, he does.
Shit happens.
It does. Real quick, the one team that caught my eye for real is Houston. Udoka got them boys playing over there. I like he got them in the right spots. They like a real basketball team. Last year it was nothing. It wasn't no sets being ran. It was just he got sets being ran. People coming off curls and shit.
I think I put a tweet out a couple weeks ago. They're not being a team I'm going to be like actively seeking out, but they clearly look like a different team from last year, and I think that's Houston fans are cool with that.
Yes, you got no choice.
Progress, never digress.
Yeah, absolutely. So, if you ain't got no other team that you want to talk about, we can move on to players of the week. We're gonna do like an intro. We need like a little intro music for players of the week or something. We're gonna figure that shit out.
It's your player of the week.
There's your soundbite. There's your soundbite.
Oh
shit! Clip that.
God. Oh,
you know what?
Oh yeah, we taking that. Oh yeah, thank you, Zoe. Thank you, Zoe. Oh yeah, I'm gonna figure that shit out.
Let me get in the booth at least.
And you was, he was in it. If you watching this shit, if you gonna watch it, Zoe was in it when he said that shit. Oh,
get you a blanket over your head. Get some crispy vocals going.
Good.
I'm gonna turn the mic upside down. Get in the
stew.
You know.
Oh my god, that was good.
Who wants to kick it off here?
Go ahead, kick it off, Zoe.
All right. I'm gonna go ahead and go first.
Who you got?
Protect my pick.
Yeah, there you go.
Sir Thompson.
Ooh, okay.
This man is a defensive menace, looking all-NBA already.
No, he is.
Blocks, crazy. It was like a 6.8 block percentage. I don't even know what that stat means.
He's averaging like 2.5 or 3 a game. There's
so many,
bro.
So many advanced stats. I'm still learning myself.
So much, bro.
That is one I really don't. Yeah.
It's so much. If Jonah don't know, we ain't gonna know. If
percentage
Jonah
of possession, no, it can't be that.
Yeah. But he's filling up the stat sheet on the defensive end, locking up one of the best, or if not the second best defender every night, or the offensive player every night. The playmaking ability from him has been just, I didn't know he had that.
No.
Shot making is here or there, but, you know, he'll be all right. And that athleticism is just going to guide this kid to a bright future.
He's been rebounding the rock.
Man, he's been putting up solid numbers all around. Unfortunately, he's a Detroit guy, but you gotta appreciate it.
Yeah. You definitely have to appreciate it, man. That's a good pick, though. He's definitely been hooping. That deep, like you said, that defense. When I see young dudes playing defense early, offense is gonna come.
I think it's just like the thing with me on the blocks and steals is it's a discipline.
Mm-hmm.
Like when you see young players that have those tools where they're patient, they're contesting properly, like every time to get those blocks.
Every time.
Like you can tell when those guys are going to start taking some steps forward. And I mean, he's been really fun to watch. The block numbers stand out a lot.
Yo, the 7-foot wingspan.
That's insane.
All over the place.
He's fluid too. Like he's fluid as hell.
He looks smooth. The shot will still it'll look nicer. He'll get older. It'll get better. But the rest of his game is looking decent right now.
Let me tell you something.
I would not be surprised if he made all NBA defensive team. Honestly, off the rip.
Because of politics, probably not. But
yeah. Yes.
Yo, if Matisse Thybulle can make it.
Reputation's crazy with all defensive votes.
Yo, if Matisse Thybulle can make it, this kid can make it.
I did not realize he was in Portland. Thybulle. I had no idea.
He re-upped. Yeah.
I had no idea he was over there still.
Mav signed him to an offer sheet and then he went back.
I guess. That's what the Mavs needed was a goddamn defender. Shit.
That man can't shoot a lick over there.
A lick, bro.
A D&D.
Who was the dude?
There's no 3. That man you don't want him shooting the rock.
A D&D.
Yo, who was that dude with OKC who was just like that?
Andre Roberson.
Oh my God, bro. Brother. He couldn't make
still dating the woman from 2K TV.
Rachel Demita.
He is?
Yeah.
Andre
Roberson. I had no idea.
It's a very random couple.
That's very random. That is almost random as Andre Drummond, an old girl from Disney.
I knew you were about to say that shit. I knew you were about to say
that is by far the most random couple I've ever seen. And then
that picture was
crazy. But then if you go dig deep, like the breakup and then like the back and forth beef they had was just weird. You got to just check it out.
Deep in the Andre Drummond personal. I know what you're talking about.
It was just crazy.
Andre Drummond a fool.
He is, and he's on our favorite basketball team. So crazy.
Hey, shout out to him. 10,000 rebounds.
Yes, definitely.
I'm gonna tell my kids about Andre Drummond. Show them some highlights. They're gonna think he was great.
Yep.
Show them the 2020s.
This is Wilt.
This is Wilt. Yep. This is what they talking about. This is the guy they talking about right here. Are you done, Zo?
Yeah, I'm good.
Good.
I had a backup just in case, but
I always got a backup.
Always had to get
a backup. With us, you gotta have a backup.
It's actually with us. Yep.
Go ahead, Jonah.
We do have some deep cuts, so it's more fun to pick. It's more fun to pick a player you enjoyed watching more than like, oh, I'm on Kevin Durant. Like, no.
Yeah.
I'm with Mr. Scotty Barnes.
Ooh. Thank you, Jesus.
He's been hooping.
He has been.
He's been
hearing us talk about him. He's been hearing it.
There was so much dialogue with him from last season about like he didn't have linear stats, and it was like very much a plateau from his freshman year, his rookie year.
Mm-hmm.
And it just didn't seem like a big concern. Like he still has some really fun tools to work with, and the Raptors were holding him like a damn pearl in the trade value scene, and everyone was asking questions, and he's showing why they were doing so. He's had 24 points, 10 rebounds, 5 assists over the last 2 weeks, shooting 48% from the field and 44% from 3. I mean, the handle's been there. The defensive tools are there. I mean, we're seeing a lot more shot making. The playmaking's always been there too. It's just like making some more threes, some more shot making is really taking his game up to another level. And he's kind of jumped the totem pole of Siakam and OG this year. And it's been good basketball. So that's been really fun to watch.
The Raptors have been a little bit surprised. I ain't gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. They've
gotten a few sneaky wins. Yeah,
I'm not gonna lie. They have some.
That was a sneaky win.
Yes. We almost lost to the ass. We should have lost, but we ended up winning that shit. That was a crazy ass game.
That was a basketball game.
That was crazy. That's a good pick though. Scotty Barnes. I've been hearing to talk about his ass. He's been hooping. Mine is Tyrese Halliburton. This young man has, to start the season, has a double-double every game. Every single game. 24 and 12, brother. And 4 rebounds. And for somebody that handles the ball a lot, he's only averaging 3 turnovers a game. I'll take that. You got
That's
the ball
a crazy assist to turnover ratio.
Crazy passes,
bro,
too.
Listen to this shit. 13 assists, 1 turnover. 13 assists, 4 turnovers.
Damn.
13 assists, 4 turnovers. 12 assists, 3 turnovers. 11 assists, 3 turnovers. I'll take that shit.
I'll take that every day.
What the scoring? 1 game, 43 and 12. 18 and 13, 19 and 13, 21 and 13, 20 and 11. And he's going to get some steals. He's going to get rebound.
He's long. He's active. He's always on
the biggest stat of all. Third quarter yesterday, 2 nights ago, actually, he had 25 points and 6 assists in a single quarter of basketball.
Yes.
That's ridiculous, man.
8 of 11 field goals, 6 of 8
That's
going to
end up like a 2K challenge.
25 and 6 is a good game for...
That's a good
game.
Yes.
This is a quarter.
Yes.
If Steph finishes with 25 and 6 in a win, like...
I don't care who it's against, bro. I don't care who it's against either. But this young man
Derrick Rose put up 25 and 6 in the MVP season. Like, what the fuck?
He did. Was it like 25?
25 and 8, something like that.
Yeah, it was like crazy. But this young man has really... His shooting from 3 has not... It ain't been the best, but he's getting it done.
Last game, 8 for 12, and some deep looks
4 for
too.
7.
So.
Yeah, like he can.
He pulls from deep. He does not.
That's why like guys like
he gets it off.
Curry are an anomaly because they'll still average that high percentage with doing that crazy shit. Like mostly you just see spot up shooters with crazy numbers like that, so you don't even worry about it.
Nope. But yeah, that's my player of the week, man. He's been hooping for me, man. But not for me, but he's been hooping. I've been watching him a lot. I've been catching the Pacers games. I've been watching a lot of their full games because, like,
their defense is terrible, but the offense is so fun.
Yes, like they always like the one of the first early teams to start because you know they always on before the Bulls or anybody else. So it's like shit, fuck it, just watch them, and he's caught my eye and he's hooping. Before we get out of here though, is he like one of them? Is he a top point guard now?
I'd have to make a list because point guard's such a loaded position.
It is, especially in
the big
we know
debate
that
this offseason.
I should look at a list first.
Yeah. The big debate this offseason, though, is him or Jalen Brunson, which is a very difficult one.
It is.
I personally lean Tyrese.
Me too.
I would
But
agree.
I mean, like, we're talking, we're splitting hairs.
His length is amazing. Pause. That was crazy.
Hey, I'm just happy that somebody else had a pause moment.
Yo,
and it wasn't
that was
me.
crazy. That was...
Only is if you correct yourself.
Yeah. Man, that was nuts. But you get what I'm saying. He's a tall point guard. Like, he can do a lot, man. It's like so much you can do as a small point guard like Jalen Brunson. Like, you kind of saw a little bit in the play. You could kind of, with a small point guard.
Very
different.
So people just be picking shit out the sky to try to compare. I don't know if I want to compare Halliburton to him. Like, maybe Halliburton to Fox.
I just hate comparisons because
me too. But
these guys are all so good. You just pick and choosing random shit.
And then when you start trying to say one's better than the other, what you're gonna do is start being really mean, basically. Trying to say.
You're going to find your weird edge to get.
Yeah, nitpicky, like
for no reason.
Call you out. So
yeah, for no reason.
We all got favorites. We all got preferences.
Yeah. He's going to have it for no reason, but.
Shit, maybe you hate lefties and you don't like De'Aaron Fox. I don't know.
Man, it's crazy how Fox was like ready to get the fuck up out of Sacramento. And look how shit changes. Before we get out of here, I will tell you. Go ahead.
When you yell, people listen.
They do.
So I'm unhappy. They put some people around him.
They did. One thing before we get up out of here, I do think Zach is going to be asking for a trade in the next couple of months.
Honestly, if we lost today, I was expecting somebody to request a trade.
Yeah, but I do think Zach is going to request a trade soon. I just
want Alex Caruso on a contender. That's all I ask for.
Yeah, for sure.
2 firsts. He could be yours for 2 firsts.
There you go. He's going to be a good price.
Even I'll take a protection on one of them too.
Yeah,
I'll take a protection too. Whatever.
Yeah, absolutely.
He can shoot the ball enough, and he plays all defense
all the time.
So
every night,
he
can handle the rock a little bit.
Mm-hmm. Every night.
He's going to look really good somewhere.
And knowing the Bulls, I feel like he's still, I mean, it has to be really bad. I think the Bulls, I don't want to talk about them really, but I think they had to really be really bad for them to actually slow this shit up. You know how that shit is.
Not already?
Oh, we know that, but you know what I mean. Like, you know what I mean. Fuck that shit. Yeah, I don't want to talk about them.
That shit.
Let's get the fuck up out of here, man.
I've been roped into the chaos.
Yeah. Till next week, man. Uncommon time. What? We do this again. Till next week. Uncommon commentators. Peace.